Hey guys.
Good
Sorry for we're a little bit late on this one. We are.
A smidgen late.
Probably by the time we post it, probably 5.5 hours late. 6 hours.
Could be more depending on how long. Sometimes, so this is informative for you. This is how it all goes down.
Yeah.
We record an episode visually and audio. Lee. And then Kyle sends said files to me via WeTransfer, and depending on where he is in the building, it can either take hours, which is normally the case, or he'll try and find a hotter spot in his Wi-Fi zone, and it'll go a little faster. But a lot of times it takes hours for him to send me the files, and then I have to put them together, and then when I export the large video file, that takes quite a while, and then I have to upload it to YouTube, which also takes probably another hour or so. So it just depends on how fluid all of that goes.
Yeah. So we've had a crazy kind of week, and so that's why we're late with this podcast, and just a lot of there's some really good things that happen, and some very not good things that happen.
Right.
And so just understand that if we do get a little emotional or don't sound quite the same as usual, sometimes that's life, and it happens, and it can stink like poop.
Right. And we've said since the very start of this podcast, we're going to this is going to be a life podcast. And so I think this is helpful to know that Kyle and I don't always have woohoo, yee-hee, wahoo lives.
Boo-joo, doo-doo, wah-wah.
Sometimes it's downright hard. And there were hard aspects for both of us this past week. So that's
that.
The way the ball bounces. So if you're having a hard week, hop on the
hard week wagon.
Hard week train. I was going to say train.
Yeah. It could be a train
great.
wagon.
Well, it could be. That's true. Or a wagon train. Wagon train from the Oregon Trail days.
Oh.
I love Oregon Trail.
That's one of my favorite video games of all time.
I have it, Kyle.
Wow. But here's the thing about it, is I haven't played it since middle school probably.
Doesn't matter.
So is it still, you think it's still great, or was it great because it was middle school game?
I play it with my kids.
That's fun. See, you play it with your kids, it's a little different.
Yeah. The first time I played with it, played it.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't play with it. Video game.
Probably wouldn't.
You play it.
Yep.
Right. And Tabby drowned. That's my wife.
Oh, no.
Like in the first 5 minutes of play.
Oh, no.
And my kids were kind of traumatized.
Yeah.
Because Tabby was obviously out the rest of the game. She didn't make it to Oregon, which was very sad.
Yeah. It's always a poopy butt.
Right. And I didn't want to find a new bride out in Oregon.
No.
But, with multiple kids, I probably had to find one.
Right.
Right. So there's that.
I wonder if they
Excuse
I'm
me,
surprised.
I'm also sick.
You're a little sicky butt.
Yeah.
I'm also surprised that they haven't remade the Oregon, unless they have.
They've made some updates, but the original Oregon Trail 2 is still the best, hands down.
Yeah. It's so funny.
Yeah.
I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty still. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Why would I do that? I would never lie to you. But lots of Call of Duty. So much fun. I'm trying to convince Aaron to get it. Won't do it.
Yeah.
Refuses.
Well, it's just one of those things, guys. You do some things and you not do some other things. And I just haven't done this thing.
But what he has done is started playing basketball with us on Wednesday nights and stole my shorts without me knowing it.
I did. I did.
We were at Applebee's the other night. He's like, I need to return your shorts. And I'm like,
he didn't know.
That's weird.
Kyle wasn't home last Wednesday.
Right.
And I got to basketball and realized I didn't have pants on under my pants.
No pants under the pants.
No shorts under my pants. And even though it was just a bunch of group of dudes, there were no girls there, I didn't feel like running around in my boxer briefs all game.
Wouldn't do it.
Maybe part of the game, but not the entire game.
First quarter, maybe.
Yeah. So I could either go home, which I'm like 15 minutes away, or play in my boxers, which I decided not to.
Don't do that.
Or
That's weird.
go steal Kyle's. I chose option C.
Uh-huh.
And I went and stole Kyle's. I just rifled through his drawers without knowing any of what his organizational situation was in his drawers, and blindly found a pair of shorts.
Yeah.
That I returned today.
You did. And I'm thankful for it.
Before a week.
Although I did say you could keep them because I have not worn those shorts.
But it has like a black stain on the back and a white stain on the back. And
There's
like,
poop and poop. White
Bird
poop, black poop.
So I didn't keep
I went to that Iowa State girls basketball game at the University of Iowa. First time at Carver Arena, which was really cool. I think it's built into the ground. So it's like down under.
Wow.
Like Australia.
Right.
There's a lot of like Australia, and it was fun. And there's one girl on University of Iowa's basketball team, Clark, I think. Clark? Yeah.
Clark Kent, yeah.
Clark Kent. And he is very good compared to all the other girls playing. No, she was super good, though. She was smooth.
Yeah.
She was smooth with it. And it was fun. So they have great ice cream. They have like the best ice cream at Carver Arena. And that's something I didn't know. And now I know. And it was also right next to the Ronald McDonald House. Right next door. Did you know that?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been to Carver Arena.
You have?
Mm-hmm.
Inside of it?
Yeah. I've attended a couple games there.
Wow.
Pretty
That's
neat.
neat. That is neat. And the Ronnie McDonnie, I have so much to talk about with the Ronnie McDonnie.
I know.
So let's just go into that, and then we'll see where it goes from there. What do you say? What do you say about it, Fullen?
I love it.
Okay.
How about you guys? Yep.
Yeah.
They love
okay,
it.
awesome. So we put on a prom this past Saturday to raise money for the Ronald McDonald House. So you had to go buy your outfits at a thrift store to be kind of fun and goofy, and then we had this dance that we set up, and it was super fun for the people that were here. It was great. But before that, to rewind, you don't want to fast forward from there because that would bring us here.
For sure, don't
but
fast
rewind
forward.
A little bit, a few days, and we were promoting this thing, and KWQC News, the news channel, local news channel, contacted us and was like, hey, will you be on the news for this prom, and can you get a representative from the Ronald McDonald House to be on it with us? And I'm like, yeah, that sounds great. I can do that. But I didn't know how to do that, so I called the Ronnie McDonnie, and they got the CEO to come on the show, Shannon.
Pretty wild.
Something. And so we show up, and if you've ever been on the news before, you understand that you just go in, and basically they don't tell you anything, and then you go on. And you're just in front of a camera, live. Yeah. And I had my blonde tips because I dyed my hair blonde and shaved my face, had a goatee. So I look like a 90s kind of boy band DJ.
You looked great.
It was pretty cool.
It was great.
It was pretty cool. And so we were on the news on Friday, and that was fun. I love doing that kind of thing.
He's good at it. He does. He's a good interview.
Sometimes it feels good. Sometimes it feels a little, you know.
Right. But I would say your camera presence overall does not give off, I'm panicking.
Yeah.
Look.
I brought dental floss with me, because I always have this fear of having something in my teeth when I'm on live television.
I just instinctively looked in your teeth to see if you had anything.
Is there anything in there
There's
today?
Nothing. Right.
Okay,
no.
good.
I never think of that. Isn't that weird?
Yeah. I had it in my pants pocket, and I did it right before I went on the dental floss. Yeah. I have the placards, though.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I didn't realize you were
Which are no more expensive, by the way.
No, I'm
and
not
much
saying
more
they're
convenient.
More expensive. They're so futuristic.
They are. They're so life-changing, though.
I like barbaric things mostly.
That's fair.
I like just the barbarism of wrapping dental floss around my fingers and
especially if you eat some wings or something, you got barbecue sauce all over your fingers still, and there's just chunks of chicken in your teeth, and you just feel like a man.
How I do.
Yeah, I've seen it a time or two.
Yep.
So anyways, then Saturday night we had prom, and it went really well. It was fun. We raised a couple $1,000s, and
had a great time.
Yeah, everyone was dancing. My mom and dad won prom king and queen. My mom cried.
Ceremony.
Yeah, my mom cried because she was so happy.
His dad was not as happy. He came over to me later after that and was like, man, that boy is not too young to spank. I'm going to talk to him later.
So funny because he was
probably loved
so happy.
Yeah, I'm sure.
He
It was all a front. We're on to you, Don.
Donnie.
On to Don.
Did you know he's a junior? Don Jr.?
I don't think I did know that.
Yeah, Don Jr. Donnie J. So that was kind of my life. The positives of my life in the past week were that. And Aaron was in the Magi film.
Yeah, the film that we've talked about, one of the episodes about, called Aaron the Magi, I think.
Yep.
That is releasing this week. Yay! So they released a trailer a couple days ago. They sent it to me.
Which was cool.
Which was fun. And then they're having a showing tomorrow night for cast and crew. And then I think they're premiering it Sunday for the world to see. So it's going to be probably a 25-minute film. And I'm very, very excited to see it. So that should be a lot of fun. And then last week, this is how last minute things can be if you're in this line of work. Monday, I get a call from my agent who said, you booked this commercial that I totally forgot I even submitted for because it had been a while on Thursday. Like Thursday, you're going to Des Moines, whether you want to or not. And for a car dealership commercial, Smart Honda of Des Moines. So that was fun. A lot of time in the car, 7 hours, 3.5 there, and then worked for probably less than 2 hours. It was a very quick shoot with an ad agency based in Chicago, actually, which I've never worked with them before. As you know, Iowa's not a huge state, so the number of ad agencies in this state are smaller. So I've worked with the same few, except this one. So that was a fun change of pace to work with some new people. And then 3.5 hours back. So I left at 9 in the morning, got back at dinner time.
Did you eat dinner?
On the road?
Home?
At home, I did eat dinner.
Good job.
Yeah, I can't remember what we had.
Yep.
Sorry about that.
Probably tater tot casserole.
No, haven't had that since I was in high school. Probably.
High school?
Yeah.
It's not that good.
I hate tater tot casserole.
It's not that good. Everyone hypes it up, and it's not that good.
The only thing hypey about it is the tater tots. Everything else in it is just...
But lasagna? My mom made lasagna. My mom's lasagna is superior. Okay, I'm sorry. We're digressing. But
no, it's fine.
I love lasagna.
I do love lasagna, too. A good lasagna. You know, Stouffer's has good lasagna. And
They do.
It's not even homemade, but
No,
shout out to Stouffer's.
It works.
Did I tell you they sponsored this episode? I didn't tell you that.
Yeah, Stouffer's.
Stouffer's, thank you. Just kidding.
We just already ate the
That's
lasagna for
we
breakfast.
Probably could get sued. Sorry, Stouffer's. We're kidding.
I don't know that we're big enough to get sued yet.
Well, I mean, we could get sued. They wouldn't bother. They'd be like, wait, what are their assets? And then we'd be like, us.
We are the assets.
If you want to buy us.
Not true.
Well,
2 plants and 1
that's
candle.
Very true. Our business expense sheet is pretty extensive.
Yeah.
In this little circle.
P&L.
Yeah. Well, and our own salaries that we pay out, that's it's pretty steep.
It's crazy.
In fact, did you guys all see the Hollywood Reporter release the big article about us and how my pay discrepancy is way high? Like, I get paid more than Kyle.
Percentage of revenue is
insane.
Significantly higher than mine.
Yeah, but he's younger. He's younger than me.
Right, less experienced.
Way less experienced.
Yep.
There's a big list that
Makes
I have
sense.
released why I get more. But that's neither here nor there.
No, it's neither
We're
of those.
done.
Nope.
Talking about that.
Stouffer's.
So, Friday. Oh,
Friday.
Friday.
I don't know that's how it's
Friday.
Oh, that's "Baby" by Justin Bieber.
Oh, isn't there a Friday song?
There is a Friday song, but that was you singing
Maybe.
Friday as "Baby." Justin
Cool.
Bieber, it worked.
What do I call that?
Mixtape,
No, it's not
mashup.
mashup.
Yep,
Thank you.
the old mashy, mashed potatoes, also good.
Also very good, yeah. And then Friday, I had a big Christmas event that we have at our church every year, annually, probably for like 5 or 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
And that always goes very well. It's a fun atmosphere. It's just very Christmassy, dark room, just Christmas lights twinkling. And we sang about 12 or 13 Christmas carols because we don't get to sing Christmas carols very much during the Christmas season because, for one thing, people are weird about singing. They don't like to gather around a piano and sing, or they want to, but they don't really know how to arrange that. Mm-hmm. And so you end up not singing Christmas carols that you love. So this provides an opportunity to be like, hey, everybody, let's do this together. And then it's not awkward,
That's so true.
It's never awkward for me.
No.
I love gathering around a piano. In fact, we might do a neighborhood Christmas sing-along invite in our neighborhood because...
But wait, I'm not your neighbor.
You're not technically my neighbor, but
am I invited?
I could adopt you as my neighbor. Yeah. I think you fall under the biblical definition of a neighbor.
Pretty sure everyone does.
Yeah, but I don't think I'm going to invite everyone. My living room's not that big. But it's one of those things where I play the piano. I know people love to sing. We should probably just do this. So that was really good. It was a very busy, stressful day, but eventually when it's all done, it's like, and then all I had left that weekend was Kyle's prom on Saturday.
Yeah, and then we had Bapple Sneeze on Sunday.
Bapple Sneeze.
Yep. Yeah, I had this idea today. So just so you guys know, I have a few ideas sometimes. Mostly lots of ideas lots of times.
Yeah.
But this idea, I think this is a good one. I think I'm onto something. I did lots of termite research the past week too. So termite business is taking way, which is kind of cool and exciting. But this one is for the gym. Sometimes I'll have really good ideas for the gym, and I'm like, this one is probably one of my better ones that I've had in a while.
Wow.
You want to hear about it?
I haven't even heard it yet, folks.
No, this is brand new. So we use this platform, this online platform, which I can use. We use for sending the codes each month for the gym to get in 24 hours and all this stuff. And then I'm like, how can we utilize that to have better communications with our members? One, to add more value to new members, but also to maintain good relations and keep good retention with current members. How do you do those things? Attract new, keep the current. Those are hard things because a lot of times we'll get new people, but then people will cancel for blah, 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 whatever reason.
Yeah.
So what I think I'm going to do now, and I texted our manager this morning and was like, I have a great idea. And I told her and she loved it. And so this is what we're going to do. Once a week, so every Monday, we'll send a email with a week's worth of workouts. So it'll be like a bodybuilding workout each day and also like a high intensity workout each day that you can do. So people have direction more because they can buy programming from us right now, but it's not super popular. So I'm like, we should just give it away, honestly, because it would make people happy and add more value to what they're already purchasing. Right.
Right.
And so you get 2 workouts each day that you can do. And then you also will get some healthy, nutrition, either nutrition tips or recipes with macronutrients information so that they have more direction in their nutritional life as well.
Wow.
Right?
Like mac and cheese and homemade Pop-Tarts and stuff like that?
Homemade Pop-Tarts.
It's a thing.
No, it's not.
It absolutely is.
You made a homemade Pop-Tart?
No, I haven't, but they're popular. I know people who've made them.
Homemade Pop-Tarts, dude.
You're a big fat bully.
I just love that those 2 things are the first things that came to your mind when it came to nutritional.
I was trying to think how
nutrition.
you would think.
I was thinking protein shake, smoothies, and
that is the farthest thing
salads.
from what you crave food-wise.
If I eat a lot of them.
If you saw what Kyle ate,
what would you do?
You'd think, oh, you own a gym?
I ate a salad the other day, remember?
And you ate
at Applebee's.
That?
Yeah, I ate a lot of pizza and cookies. I'm not going to lie to you. Why would I lie? I already said that once.
I know. You shouldn't.
But I think that would be really good for retention. It gives people more value for what they're already paying for. It could even convince people to buy memberships who go to different gyms because now you're getting free workouts. You're obviously paying for them, but you have more direction, and you'll be getting all of our stuff that we send out. So just a good way to communicate more with our people because communication is very important. The more books that I read, the more that I understand that that's true.
Yeah.
Communication's huge.
Yep.
And so that's my idea.
I like it.
Cool. The next question is, can you do that for me? Because I don't want to actually do it.
We'll talk after class. I'd be curious to know what your email open rate is.
We could check.
because that is the thing that email marketing is hard.
For sure.
Very, very hard to get people to open their emails. Marketing is all in phases.
Right.
For a while, email marketing was unbelievably effective. I worked for an entrepreneur who was a master at email marketing, and getting people from an email onto a web page with a long form marketing email or website, and then converting to buyers. He had an incredibly high success rate with that. But I was with him long enough that I already saw email marketing start to fail. And it was actually kind of hard to watch because he was still really pushing for email marketing, and email marketing had run its course. People were getting email fatigue, and so they weren't clicking on their emails and therefore not getting to the website. So marketing is such a tricky business because you find a new method. I remember, I forget the name of the company, but we started working with a company that you could create a video embedded into your email that didn't require you to go to like YouTube or some other third party, which also was very effective for a while. But that's out of style too. So you're constantly dealing with people getting used to a marketing method, and then it doesn't work anymore. And you can't force it. You can't say, this is still going to work. You have to understand your audience.
Right. I feel like the people that are excited about it will open it, and there's some people that just won't care because they have their own thing anyway, and they're like, whatever, this is just nonsense.
Right.
So, like, for instance, when we sent a new code out, we sent 317 and 233 people opened it.
Yeah. Which is super high, but they want their code.
Exactly. So there's a purpose for it. And if they want the workouts, they'll open it. If they don't care, then they won't.
Exactly.
So we just need to, marketing is tough. You have to figure out how much money you want to spend on marketing, which is a huge thing. And they say to spend like 10% of revenue on marketing.
Wow.
And I'm like, I don't do that.
Yeah.
Nor do I think that's feasible, because that's pretty significant.
That is pretty significant.
Right?
Yeah.
Some people swear by it, though.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, getting your name out there is absolutely essential to the success of your business.
Right.
If people got to know you exist and that you're the best, and why are you the best?
That's why you've been getting more gigs.
That's right.
Been getting more gigs.
Put myself out there
because people know who you are. So retention is tough in the gym industry. Retention's very tough. Very tough.
Yeah.
And so that's one thing I haven't focused on a lot. I generally focus my marketing on how to get new people in, and less on the retention of current. The retention was just from me having conversations with people when they were here. That's pretty much our method.
Yeah.
Just
personal touch.
Building relationships. And but I think it would be useful to do something Mo.
Mo, Larry, Curly.
Bingo.
Yeah, and I'd be curious to know what the most successful marketing methods are for gyms.
Yeah.
I would think it's visual.
Probably.
I think a lot of people, when they think of a gym, it's I want to see the people who go there, what they look like.
Yeah, which is tough.
And how they transform. But that's all across the board too, because some people don't want to see jacked people. They want to see regular people.
Right. Because they're regular people.
Right.
But they also want to know that they can look like not regular people if they want to.
Right.
Which is always true. You just have to sacrifice a lot to do that.
Correct.
And what people don't understand sometimes. So they expect one thing, they have high expectations, and then when they understand what it takes to actually meet those expectations, some of them do it, some of them poop out a little bit.
Yep.
Kind of like everything.
It's true. Yeah, you do have to commit to, if you want something, you got to work toward it, and you have to work very, very hard.
One of our primary things we try to help people understand is that you need to exercise regardless who you are or what you do. or how old you are, because it's good for you.
Yep.
We were not meant to sit around as much as we do. So it's good for your heart to have to work, to become healthier, and that reduces a lot of diseases, preventable diseases, obviously, heart disease, things like that. Also helps lower body fat, which is a huge problem in the United States of America. Is our food consumption outweighs the amount of energy that we burn by about 1 million times.
Yeah.
And people don't think about it very often, so you have to be the one to remind them that you're not doing it to look like Chris Hemsworth, probably. And if you are, then you're probably not going to do well at it because he's super jacked and takes steroids.
Right.
But to be healthy, it's necessary. Necessary.
Well said, Kyle.
Thanks.
I hope everyone takes that to heart.
Yeah, that's my new marketing sales pitch.
I think you're going to see a spike after people watch and listen to this. For sure.
For sure.
Sorry, you inhaled. Do you have something to say?
Nothing. I got nothing now. I'm all out of things to say.
Well, let's wrap it then. It's 26 minutes in. Just kidding. So we've talked a little bit about the craziness of our past week. We didn't talk about Kyle's birthday. That was.
Oh, I had a birthday.
Kyle had a birthday a week.
I'm 26 now.
Ago from Sunday. So we got to celebrate Kyle, which was fun. Came over here. We played cards with Kyle's parents at this very table.
Yep.
Played some rummy. I lost horribly, my friends. And when I say horribly,
he means it.
I mean it. Yeah. I was
pretty bad.
Below zero. Which is humbling, and I think it's helpful for me sometimes to be below zero, and that's what I was. But it was a good time. Cake. No, we didn't have cake. Ice cream with all the fixins. He had pizza.
Dude, except for my mom bought that Heath stuff. So she bought like the shell. You know, I squeeze it and it like hardens on top of it.
Dairy Queen is known for their shells.
Yeah, and I love it.
I don't. But
really? I do. I don't know why I like it. But anyway. So I squeezed a little bit out, and it was just a clump of gross.
It was like white.
It was rotten, dude. There was something seriously wrong with it, and I tasted it, obviously, because why wouldn't I?
Why not? Take the risk.
It almost made me barf. It was very bad, and it smelled bad, and it looked bad, and so I thought, throw it away. I done threw it away, and it takes a lot for me to throw something away like that, brand new bottle of something, but that one got me. And
that's just a life lesson. If you see something or someone that looks bad, smells bad. Just kidding. But that was a minor casualty.
We still had hot fudge and hot caramel.
Correct.
And Reese's Pieces.
So Kyle, the gift of Kyle has been here for 26 years now. So.
And Aaron got me the coolest gift ever. Can I tell him about it? Okay, I will. He printed. He got me some socks because I am notorious for having the holiest socks, and I never buy myself socks, which is the easiest thing to buy.
Which is why I logged it away. Because actually, on an episode, he showed how holy his sock was.
Yep.
And then multiple times outside of the show, holy socks. That's what Kyle has. And I remember him saying, I love these socks. I'm never going to get new ones. And I'm like, well, you can still love those socks and have new socks that look kind of like those socks that, plot twist, don't have holes in them. So that was the practical gift that I had logged away.
Yeah. And so now I'm actually wearing a pair right now.
Are you?
Yeah.
What color? Which
gray.
color? I got the gray. He's gray, black, and white.
Yep. Because I wear like Vans and stuff that are very low cut, and so you have to get really low socks. Yeah, they're called like Ultimate No Show or something like that.
Yeah,
Super
something
No
like
Show,
that.
something like that.
Yeah.
And then so then he printed off these coupons, and they're like legit. They look like legit coupons. They have expiration date 1 year from my birthday, which is really funny. And one was play Call of Duty. One was be dude 1 for a day, which I think is. And then one was make a music video, which I really want to do. And then one was
golf outing.
And then one was there's two more.
There's two more. Wild card. He gets to pick.
I get to pick, which I have some ideas.
I believe you do. What's the last one?
I don't remember. Call of Duty.
Oh my gosh.
Movie.
No, it wasn't movie.
No, it wasn't movie.
Okay, I can picture them. Oh, lift weights.
Yeah.
Weightlifting.
Pre-workout.
And have pre-workout
Whoa.
for the first time.
Yeah.
So the inspiration behind them, I was thinking of all the things that I typically tell Kyle no to. Or it's just not in my normal wheelhouse of doing things. I don't golf. I don't lift weights. I don't play Call of Duty. You get the idea. But I also
everything
remember
that I do, he does.
Everything, pretty much. So I wanted to say, because I love you, Kyle, I will do all of these things for once. One.
And I said,
there's also a little limit, 1 coupon per use. That was
he doesn't
very
understand,
important.
though, that I made multiple copies of this. So I'm going to give you.
He's got like a pile of 100 sheets.
So you have to lift weights with me every day.
Wow.
We're going to go golfing every day.
That's going to be great.
Play video games every night.
Every night. Golly.
Yep, you're screwed.
That's exciting.
You did not think that through.
Didn't think about the old copy machine.
New thing they just made.
It's the old Xerox.
The Xerox. Dude.
Yeah.
Xerox.
Good.
R.I.P.
Good stuff. R.I.P. Same with Kodak. Remember Kodak?
I do. The camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And film. Also R.I.P.
Yeah. Too soon, man.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. So now we can talk about the roughness.
Yeah, we could talk about what was hard about this past week.
First of all, Aaron and I had a little bit of a thing. So that,
yeah.
But we edged it out. What?
Edged it out?
We edged it out.
I mean, sure.
Does that work?
That works.
Really? I don't think so.
It's funny because I don't think so either, but I think they will roll with it. I will roll with it.
I'm rolling.
It's funny when we had the fake disagreement on social media, and we had to address that and be like, yeah, that's not how we would handle it. It's true. We had a real thing, and that's not how we handle it at all. It was kind of on my part. I'm a radio silence kind of person a little bit when I'm thinking about something, which is not healthy. Alert, alert, alert. Not healthy.
Yeah.
So
it was a rough few days of awkwardness, which is so funny because that was like not cool. But then we figured it out. So because we're best friends, we worked through it.
We did.
That's how things work.
At
sometimes.
Applebee's.
Yep. Well, post Applebee's, we mostly worked it out.
I know. I also realized
afterwards
later. So Kyle, I think, wanted to
address it immediately.
Yes.
Yep.
And literally on the way to Applebee's, he started the conversation, and then I didn't.
Nope.
Until like
Swerved.
4 hours later, maybe. So you see our differing approaches.
Yeah.
Right. Even in that thing.
Yeah.
And I explained all the reasoning behind it before I actually even explained what was bothering me.
Yep.
So I'm different in that way.
I'm different. Yeah, I'm different.
I was like,
I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. Yep.
You know,
show up to the scene with my ceiling missing. That's actually a rap song.
I don't know it because I don't know
Very
rap.
Funny. Yeah, so we got through it, and I'm glad we did.
Yeah, me too.
And so we learned a lot about each other through that too, I think.
Yep.
Which is good.
And then you just plow ahead.
Yep.
You learn these things, you move, and hopefully do better next time.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know how much to talk about this next thing, but I'll talk a little bit about it. I lost a dear friend the other day. Found out about it yesterday. And that's why we didn't podcast yesterday, because it was like, this is not a good day. And we almost didn't podcast today because it still has my heart heavy. And lots of tears have been shed. But basically a mentor of mine who was very close to me and my family, actually, and a lot of people at the gym. He was a gym goer, 6 a.m.er, made an impact on thousands of people's lives. He was a great guy, and I miss him a lot. But he is no longer with us, and that's really hard to it's probably one of the first people in my life that I've ever had to deal with this. And so that's why it's never easy. And the way he went was not easy. And as hard as it is, it helps you kind of gain perspective of how short and fragile life is and how important it is to love your people. Check in on your people, make sure they're doing okay, and don't neglect the time that you get to spend with them, because it might not be there and tomorrow's not promised, and it was just so eye-opening for me and so many other people. I mean, so much confusion and heartache, and so I just encourage you, if you are struggling, it's okay to struggle, because everyone does it. Even the people you think would never do it and have the best lives and the most success and the most wealth and the best family and all the things, they could still be hiding things because sometimes they feel like they have to, probably. But if you are one of those people, reach out, and because you have people that love you and will gladly come hug you and tell you everything's going to be okay and listen to you and reassure you and I don't know. It's just a crazy time. And I don't think I've ever cried this much in my life, actually. So I just love you guys. And I love my people. And I'm so thankful that I got to know this man the way that I did. And he was one of my biggest fans from the day that we met. He changed my life in so many ways. And so that's that.
Yeah. Well, and it is such a powerful reminder that most of us go through life, most of the world goes through life, knowing the big things of life that we don't like to talk about, like death is imminent. Death is coming for everybody. The struggles of life, everything, you talk about marketing, everything you see on TV, on internet ads, all of the marketing that's done is appealing to the things that don't provide lasting fulfillment, and it's all image based and wealth based, and if you can get this or do this, you've arrived, and all it does is put a little patch on the things that we're all really dealing with, and situations like this reveal how all of that is a facade, really. When you dig deeper with anybody, we're all struggling human beings, and we all have insecurities, we all have fears, we all have really, really hard things. And for some reason, no, it's not for some reason. Really, I think pride is the root of why so many of us don't want to share what's going on, because it makes us feel weak. It makes us feel less than, to know that some people aren't sharing their struggles, so why should I? But it really can be life-saving if you're willing to. And honestly, the people who aren't sharing their struggles, I firmly believe, look at people who are open and transparent about themselves with a touch of envy, because vulnerability is a really, really good quality that many, many people don't have. And it, absolutely could save your life. Being vulnerable with those that you love. Obviously, it's important to surround yourself with people who will be that, sounding board for you, and, someone you trust enough to share things with, which is a reminder that investing in those kind of people is incredibly important. Mm-hmm. Because you want to, we talk about this a lot. Life is fun. There's so much to enjoy about life. There's so many like little things that can make us laugh, and life has so much joy in it. But when you do hit those speed bumps, you want to have people that understand speed bumps with you, and work through them and move on to the next thing. But if you don't have that, you can just get stuck and not know where to go, and then your mind starts going where it shouldn't, and horrible, dramatic consequences.
Yeah.
So
And things always get better. That's the thing. They always do. They're never going to stay terrible. It's like there's going to be seasons in your life where, like, maybe you're having the best year ever. You have a whole year where there's not a lot that goes wrong. I've had years like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then this year has been a lot of craziness that I've never experienced. And I couldn't fake being strong, you know? Like, there's just times where you can't fake it.
Yeah.
And you can try, and then you just can't. But it's not all the time. Like, you're not always going to feel terrible. But when you do feel terrible, just understand that it does get better. Always.
Yeah.
There's nothing is so bad that it's worth doing something permanent to dissolve. It just breaks my heart that that's how some people view things. And I encourage you to, if you feel like someone's struggling, just check on them, and just keep just loving on people all the time. Be kind and be gentle and be all the things that the Bible tells us to be. You know, just be that example. And because Christ loves us more than we could love anyone, and we're called to that standard of love. And so.
Yeah, and I don't know. Obviously, we don't know all of you who are listening and what you believe and what your faith is. But Christ is the fulfillment of all that you long for. Christ said, "Come to me, all you who are weary and heavy laden," which describes all of us.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "I will give you rest," which is, again, something we all crave. Everyone, there's a lack of peace inside of us and in the world around us, and Christ promises that if you come to him. And he also says, "I have come that you may have life, and not just life, but abundant life." Again, these contrasts of life and death, and peace and unrest. Christ is always at the center of all the good things you long for in life. And so if you don't know him, learn about him. He's available to anyone, to any who call on him and who want his free gift that he offers. It's available. It's not an exclusive offer to good people or people who aren't messes. In fact, it's the messy people that need him, and he knows that, and that's why he came. So come to him. That's what I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I think that's a good place to end ski. We love you guys, even if we don't know you. And you know what? This week's going to be much better.
You bet it is.
Let's go, dude. We'll see you guys next time.